Good evening and welcome to the October 3rd, 2023 Brookings County City Board of Brookings Joint Jurisdiction Board of Adjustment meeting. This meeting is being recorded, televised, and viewable on Swiftel Channel 19, ITC Channel 168, or the Brookings County YouTube channel. And I'll call this meeting to order. Approval of minutes. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Vanderwall.
Second.
Second by Avery. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Items to be added to the agenda by commission members or staff.
We have nothing. I have nothing. Mike, do you have anything?
I have nothing.
Invitation for citizens to schedule a time on the commission agenda for an item not listed. Seeing none, disclosure of conflicts of interest, relationship to the applicant, or ex parte communication. Approval of agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved. Aiken.
Motion by Aiken, second by Bartley. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We'll now convene as the Joint Board of Adjustment. I gotta deal with that. There we go. The Joint Board of Adjustment is a 5-member board which has the power to hear requests for variances, conditional uses, appeals from non-ministerial decisions of the zoning officer. The concurring vote of 2/3 of the full board membership of the board of a variance or an appeal of the zoning officer. The concurring vote of a simple majority of those board members present and voting is necessary for approval of a conditional use permit. In accordance with Robert's Rules of Order, we require a motion to approve a request before it can be requested, before the request can be debated. As a matter of policy, all motions are made in the positive. The board, under specific powers granted to it by the state, shall authorize variances from the zoning requirements where special conditions existing on the land will result in an unnecessary hardship for the applicant. Financial disadvantage to the property owner shall not constitute proof of an unnecessary hardship. Excuse me. Agenda item 2023, JJCU 006. Kristen Witchy has made an application 2023 JJCU 006 to the Joint Jurisdiction Board of Adjustment for a conditional use permit, joint zoning ordinance for Brookings County and the City of Brookings, Article 3, District Regulations, Chapter 3.04A, Agricultural Land District, Section 3.04.02, Conditional Use Number 24, Stables, Dog/Cat Kennels. The property is described as the OL1 in the southeast 1/4 of the southeast 1/4 and lot 4 of lots 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Barnett's subdivision in the southeast 1/4 of Section 7, Township 110 North, Range 49W, Aurora Township, located at 313 34th Avenue, Brookings, South Dakota, 57006. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Motion Bartley,
Second.
second Vanderwall. Richard, would you read staff report?
Yes, 2023 JJCU 006. Kristen Witchy has applied to renew her conditional use for a dog kennel to board dogs. She was approved for conditional use 2020 CU 020 on October 6, 2020 for an extended home business for a dog kennel to board dogs. The conditional use was good for 3 years and expires on October 6, 2023. The property consists of 1.7 acres with a house, pole shed, detached garage, and a fenced yard. They are located within the joint jurisdiction area north of the U.S. Highway 14 bypass at the intersection of 34th Avenue and 30th Street. 34th Avenue runs on the east side of Dakota Bank Center, and 30th Street goes towards the landfill. Both are blacktop roads. Their business plan is attached. And they are currently doing weekend boarding and could expand if the demand is there to a maximum number of 30 dogs at any one time. The kennel will be located inside an insulated pole shed with a fenced yard with lockable gates for the exercise area. It will have a designated drop-off and pickup time, so not everyone is there at the same time. The drop-off point will be near the existing driveway and yard, but could also use 30th Street South, which is a gravel road to the south of their house, if parking becomes an issue. The City of Brookings Community Development was advised of the conditional use application and has no objections to the conditional use request. The applicant has spoken with their neighbors, and they have no objections to the request. Brookings County Development Office has received no complaints concerning their current operation of the kennel. Public notices were published in the Brookings Register on September 19th and 26th, 2023, and letters were sent to the adjoining landowners, the Aurora Township Chairman and Clerk, and the Brookings County Highway Department. This is their conditional use application. This is their site plan. Shows the house, fenced-in yard area, pole shed where the dogs will be kenneled in, kept in. This is the other unattached garage over to the west here. This is their business plan. This is the beacon map showing their location right here in the yellow squared area. This is 30th Street, which runs out towards the Brookings landfill. This is 34th Avenue, which runs down to US Highway 14 bypass, and beyond that, past the Dakota Bank Center to the south. Just a close-up shot of their building site. Here's the shed and the house. The driveway's right here, or drop off, pick up and drop off would be done at. There's some photos of the area. This is looking south from their driveway towards the intersection of 30th Street and 34th Avenue. This is looking to the north on 34th Avenue. Clear open view and vision either way. This is looking in their yard from 34th. This is their big shed where the dogs would be housed at. This is their residence right here. This is just looking back towards their building site from the intersection of 30th Street and 34th Avenue. This is looking north towards the house and fenced-in yard from 30th Street, which is south of their house. This is just a better picture of the big high fence area to keep it up. So there won't be many jumpers jumping over that. A big green, big large space there for them to exercise in. And that's all that I have, and the applicant is here this evening.
Thank you, Richard. If the applicant would please step forward, have a seat, and make sure the green light's on and the mic and clearly state your name into it.
Kristen Witchy.
Greg Witchy.
First off, do you have anything to add to Richard's report?
I think Richard pretty much covered it. He did discuss the tall fence. We do have 6-foot fence. So far, no jumpers, so I think we're good there.
Okay, is there any questions from members of the board at this time? You hang tight for a moment, I think. I'll now move on to the public hearing portion of this. Is there anybody in the audience that is for this? Seeing and hearing none, is there anybody in the audience that is opposed to this? Seeing and hearing none, I'll now close the public portion of the hearing. Is there any additional comments or questions from members of the board?
Just a comment that we haven't had any complaints, so I think that's appropriate to renew it.
How long are we renewing it for?
This would be permanent.
4 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay,
this would be a permanent
that's what I thought. Just wanted to double check that there. No questions, comments from members of the board? Richard, would you read the findings of facts? You can go sit back down if you want.
Yes, Brookings County City Joint Jurisdiction Conditional Use Permit 2023 JJCU 006, an application for conditional use have been filed with the Joint Board, acting as the Joint Board of Adjustment, a copy of the application being attached here too. Such application being made by Christian Witchy regarding the following rural property. Out Lot 1 in the southeast 1/4 of the southeast 1/4 and out and Lot 4 of lots 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Barnett subdivision in southeast 1/4 of Section 7, Township 110 North, Range 49 West, Aurora Township. Located at 3113 34th Avenue, Brookings, South Dakota, 57006. After due notice, a public hearing have been held on the application on this 3rd day of October 2023. Number 1, the joint board hereby finds that the empowered to grant such a conditional use on the following sections of the joint zoning ordinance of Brookings County and the City of Brookings. Article 3, District Regulations, Chapter 3.04, A, Agricultural Land District, Section 3.04.02, Conditional Use Number 24, Stables, Dog, Cat Kennels, and Clinics, and further findings that the granting of the conditional use will not adversely affect the public interest. Number 2, the joint board further finds and certifies that the following specific rules governing the conditional use or use requested have been complied with, none stated. Number 3, the joint board further finds that satisfactory provisions and arrangements have been made concerning the following where applicable. A, entrance and exit to the property and proposed structure therein with particular reference to automotive, pedestrian safety, convenience, traffic flow control, and access in case of fire. Entrance and exit to the property will use the existing driveway on 34th Avenue. B, off-street parking loading areas where required, with particular attention to items in A above with economic, noise, glare, and other effects of the conditional use on the adjoining properties and properties generally in the district. No on-street parking. C, utilities and refuge and service areas with reference to locations, availability, and compatibility. Dumpster service required for garbage disposal. D, screening and buffering with reference to type, dimensions, and character, none stated. Signs, if any, and proposed exterior lighting with reference to glare, traffic safety, economic effect, and compatibility and harmony with properties in the district. 32 square foot sign allowed and any required safety signs. F, required yards and other open spaces, none stated. G, general compatibility with adjacent properties and other properties in the district. Comprehensive plan met for the agricultural district. H, roads providing access to the property are adequate to meet the transportation demands of the proposed conditional use. The Board of Adjustment may require the applicant to enter into a written contract with any affected township or other governmental unit regarding the upgrading and continued maintenance of any roads used for the conditional use requested prior to the issuance of a conditional use. 34th Avenue meets the transportation demands of the conditional use. I, any required notifications to law enforcement or the fire department, none stated. J, any required safety inspections, none stated. Number 4, the joint board further determines and conditions this conditional use upon the following conditions or special conditions or safeguards. A, maximum number of 30 dogs at any one time. The Joint Board of Adjustment needs the majority vote of its members present to grant the petitioners a conditional use for the above described property as follows. Conditional use number 24 for a dog kennel and boarding. This conditional use permit is specifically conditioned upon initial and continued compliance with all the requirements and conditions in 3 and 4 above, and upon compliance with all applicable provisions of the Brookings County and City of Brookings Joint Zoning Ordinance. The Brookings County Zoning Director, if approved, is authorized to issue any required building permits for construction consistent with the terms of this conditional use. This conditional use is not used with 3 years of the date granted. It shall be invalid. Dated this 3rd day of October, 2023.
Are there any additions or corrections to the findings of facts?
Mr. Chair, I find this application meets the requirements of the zoning ordinance as long as the findings of facts are followed. So I concur with the findings of facts.
Thank you. Richard, would you call the vote?
Yes, Bartley,
Aye.
Avery,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Aiken,
Aye.
and Ford.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to agenda item number 9, department reports. Anything? Good?
You have anything, Mike? Tentatively, we might be meeting next month. I'm waiting for the application to come back, but we might be meeting here again next month. But look in the mail and keep your. We'll let you know. So.
Alrighty. Is there any need for executive session? Seeing none, is your motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Vanderwall,
Second.
second by Avery. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Aiken, not Avery. I said that wrong.
All right,
Now we're
we'll
done with
adjourn this meeting and we'll get set up here for the council.